guys, today, Kate Money Martin, has officially been waived by the Golden State Valkyries. She is a free agent.
Golden State Valkyries just committed the ultimate act of corporate betrayal. Kate Money Martin has officially been waived. She is out. But before we break down the absolute outrage, before we talk about the Golden State organization using her for ticket sales and then dumping her in the trash, let me ask you a terrifying question right now. Would you cut Lexi Hull for Kate Martin?
Think about this for a second. Would you really cut a 47% three-point shooter just to bring Caitlin Clark's closest friend back into the locker room? Because that's the ruthless decision staring the Indiana Fever front office right in the face right now that you're watching WNBA Pro. And today, the Caitlin Clark fanbase has completely split down the middle. This is no longer just a debate. It's an all-out civil war. In this breakdown, we're exposing the Golden State Valkyries' questionable roster tactics, unpacking the 48-hour waiver wire pressure cooker, and diving into what may be the most explosive roster controversy the Indiana Fever have ever faced on us. Let's rewind the tape and examine the shocking level of disrespect coming out of Golden State.
Has been waived by the Valkyries. Kate Martin played a huge role in the Golden State Valkyries' run to the playoffs in their inaugural 2025 season. The guard appeared in 42 games and averaged 6.2 points, 2.7 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal per game.
Martin was not just a mascot for the Golden State Valkyries. Do not let the mainstream media spin this. During their inaugural 2025 season,
in just 42 games, she proved she was far more than a role player. She became a valuable, hard-nosed contributor who brought energy every single night. Averaging 6.2 points per game while crashing the boards and locking down opponents on the perimeter, she quickly established herself as one of the toughest grinders on the roster. She gave the expansion franchise something it desperately needed, an identity. That trademark Iowa toughness, relentless hustle, and fearless attitude made her an instant fan favorite. Heading into 2026, many believed she was on the verge of a major breakout season. The front office believed in her. The coaching staff trusted her. And the fans absolutely adored her. But this is the WNBA, a ruthless business where emotions mean nothing, loyalty disappears overnight, and difficult decisions can change everything in an instant.
Plan took a hit, came to a screeching halt during training camp as Martin suffered a grade 2 right quad strain late in April. The injury sidelined her for the remainder of the preseason, and as of early May, she was still progressing in her recovery. She was being reevaluated on a day-to-day basis with hopes of returning relatively soon. But on Thursday, the Valkyries shot.
Then came the moment that changed everything. Late in April, during the brutal grind of training camp, disaster struck. Kate Martin suffered a grade 2 strain in her right quad. And make no mistake, this was not some minor soreness or routine setback. A grade 2 strain is a serious muscle tear, painful enough to completely derail momentum and force a player off the court immediately. The injury wiped out the rest of her preseason. Official reports claim she was being monitored day-to-day, with optimism surrounding a possible quick return. Fans believed it was only a temporary obstacle. The organization publicly projected patience and confidence. But behind the scenes, something clearly changed on Thursday morning. Only days before the Golden State Valkyries' highly anticipated home opener against the Seattle Storm, the front office delivered a shocking decision that blindsided the entire fan base. They waived her. Just like that, the connection was severed in a warning. No extended opportunity, no patience, and the reaction from fans has been absolute chaos. Outrage exploded across social media as supporters accused the organization of giving up on one of the team's toughest and most beloved players the second adversity appeared. For many fans, this was not just a roster move, it felt personal.
Damn. You hate to see it. Fuck you. Ooh, she deserves better than this. They use her for her popularity and waive her because she's injured. Not fair. Valkyries now on my shit list. Damn. Dang.
The outrage from fans has been absolutely explosive, and honestly, many believe they have every reason to be furious. Why? because fans feel like the Golden State Valkyries built an entire offseason campaign around Kate Martin, only to abandon her the moment adversity hit. Think about it. Throughout the WNBA offseason, who was front and center in the team's promotional content? Kate Martin, who became the face used to attract attention from the massive Iowa Hawkeye fanbase. Kate Martin. The organization leaned heavily into the Caitlin Clark connection, benefiting from the excitement, the headlines, the ticket sales, and the non-stop social media buzz that followed her everywhere. They embraced the hype when it boosted engagement. They welcomed the spotlight when it filled seats. But according to furious fans, the second her quad injury became serious, the organization moved on without hesitation. The reaction online has been brutal. Fans flooded social media with emotional responses, accusing the Valkyries of treating a beloved player like a disposable marketing tool instead of a valued part of the franchise. Many supporters described the move as cold, calculated, and deeply unfair. One thing is undeniable. This decision has created a firestorm, and now, that shocking release has sparked an even bigger controversy in Indianapolis. The Indiana Fever fanbase is officially at war with itself. One side desperately wants the front office to reunite Caitlin Clark with one of her closest teammates and closest friends. The other side is demanding people stop thinking emotionally and start looking at the harsh reality of the roster situation. Because while the reunion story sounds perfect from a marketing perspective, the basketball implications are far more complicated than fans want to admit.
Or is she going to find a way somewhere else? Indiana Fever, this is how you get ticket sales up. Bring her to the Fever with Caitlin. It's a no-brainer. Can the Indiana Fever front office make Caitlin Clark happy and add her very good friend who is a pretty good player? This would be a perfect fit. Damn. Truth is, she probably shouldn't have been a W player in the first place. She was signed because of CC.